What's going on YouTube? Just here chilling, lying down on my bed, just talking about the relationship world and kind of where it stands in my opinion. It's kind of hard nowadays to find an actual relationship because of like the tiers and what people want and all this cash shopping bullshit, and not many people want to be in a committed relationship because how the world is right now and kind of where it stands. And not a lot of good guys exist, or they're already taken. Well, I'm one of those good guys that actually still exists, and it's kind of like I'm going through a parallel universe that a lot of people just want, friends, or see kind of where it goes. And once they find that person, the same kind of energy you put in, you don't receive back. And this kind of worries me because I actually want to sit down and be happy, but generally be happy with somebody in a long-term relationship. I don't drink, smoke, do drugs, I don't hit women, I don't play games, I don't cheat, I don't, sex is not really on my mind. It's the last thing that's on my mind. I only want that with somebody I can 100% connect with, kind of go above and beyond, maybe settle down, have children one day with them, get married. And that kind of life for me is almost non-existent because I see it every day, especially with the online dating. It's kind of hard to find somebody who's serious in general. And when they say it, I don't believe them. Actions speak louder than words. They're gonna have to show me. I deliver a lot of energy, and it's just hard to really find somebody nowadays, especially nobody who don't have kids already. I want to be involved with somebody's life when it comes with a child, but I would love to actually have a real genuine relationship, fresh start with no children. That would be abnormal, but at the same time, it's hard to find somebody like that. But if I really like them, then that really doesn't matter. I don't have a problem being with one person. I don't have a problem having relations with one person because that's not what relationships about. It's about more than that. And it's just this year, it's just like relationships are getting harder and harder to find by the day, by the hour, by the second, because everybody just wants to have fun and stuff. Not everybody, just a great majority of people. And it sucks for me and a good friend of mine because we really want to be happy. I know I want to. I mean, that's my goal, is to be happy and settle down, get married, have a family, you know? It's just really hard to find that. And, it's monumental because it's crazy, it's something that I honestly want to be happy and finally focus on. I don't want to close that door on finding a relationship because there's somebody out there for everybody. However, at the same time, that may be true, but it's kind of up to, the Lord that will you ever be happy again? I've already been happy once, and that's because our relationship had to end. But, from you being happy versus you finding somebody that you like are two different things. And I don't know if I ever find that happiness again. It's, I can or can't. The only person that knows is the Lord Himself. I don't know that. He does. And it's just a matter of time whether I'm meant to be happy again or not. So I would hope I would meant to be happy again, but it's just at the same time, it's crazy. I mean, I'm loyal, faithful, honest, caring, down to earth, great sense of humor, funny, just, pretty much just about every key word. And it's kind of like me trying to find somebody. It's like trying to, you know, walk around trying to find $1 million. It ain't gonna happen. So I ain't trying to put myself out there. I'm just disappointed on how the relationship world is right now because it's almost non-existent. It's almost extinct. It's kind of like when the meteor hit the dinosaurs and killed them all. That's kind of how I'm looking at it because that's honestly how it feels because of how the world is. I don't go to bars. I don't club because those things are pointless to me. They're a waste of time and a waste of money. However, the only good thing out of that is meeting people. But I can do that in many other ways. I can go to concerts. I can go to events. I can go to, my friends' get-togethers. I can do so many things that a club can offer, so I don't waste my time there. And generally, I want somebody who's sober that I can talk to, so I know their feelings and the conversation we have and their answers are accurate. Versus you being stupidly drunk and doing stupid stuff and saying stupid things, answering my questions without the most respect. So I can kind of already do those things elsewhere, so I don't waste my time there. But it's at the same time I'm a homebody, so I really don't go out. Kind of don't need to, but be nice. I just want to meet somebody and be happy and go forth with my life. I'm not the kind of person who will get out there. But my job kind of allows me to meet a lot of people, but to interact, there's limitations to that. But I don't know. I'm just kind of worried about that because I'm not asking for much. I actually generally want to be happy at most. I mean, I have no problem being one person. I never cheated in my life, to be honest, and that may be hard to believe, but I have my values and priorities in the right order when it comes to love and relationships and having relations with just one person. It's not hard. A lot of guys make it hard because, they don't use their brains. They think with their private parts. God gave them a brain and they don't use it. And of course, with the influence of drugs and alcohol and stuff like that, it doesn't make their decision making process any smoother. But when it comes to me, I'm always sober. I don't do that. My mindset's always on 100. I keep it real. I'm not fake. I just being honest and stuff like that. And it's crazy because most guys who are a-hoes, you know, get the females. Most guys who are good get them too, but the attraction there is just weird and funny and kind of just pointless. But I don't know. This is my very first blog, so it's kind of got a lot of stuff on my mind that I kind of want to get out so I can kind of look back and see again one day. But I mean, and I'm into interracial relationships. I mean, I love my black females too, but nowadays you see every race with different races, and that's kind of cool, man. I like that because God put different types of women on earth for everybody to enjoy. I don't really see myself being with my own race for the rest of my life, because I like to explore different races, different cultures, different meanings, it's just so much fun and to enjoy different types of people. But I don't know, what race I'm meant to settle down with, that's a bit tricky. Again, that's kind of like up to me. It's kind of like throwing a needle in a haystack and hoping for the best and trying to find that set person. But, I genuinely want to be happy. And I don't know, every year I'm kind of getting closer and closer to closing that door because I just don't believe that element really exists anymore based on cash apping and, you know, just all kind of the ways and people not really focus on trying to be happy and stuff like that, which is a hard thing to do. People have commitment issues and stuff like that. I don't have commitment issues. I've never had commitment issues. I like testing. I mean, you text one person one day and you never hear them again, ever again. That happens to a lot of people as well, which frankly, it's kind of a waste of time. Just give them your number. But, I mean, life goes on. You just have to kind of enjoy it and what God gives to you. But at the same time, it's crazy because, there's people like me and maybe a few other people who wants to be settled down in a world full of people who just wants to have fun and break other people's hearts and making us receive backlash and just making it a lot harder for them to believe that you really want to settle down and be happy. And you kind of meet them one day and you don't. It's like Russian roulette. Hopefully, when the gun comes to you, you don't get shot in the face. I mean, that's kind of how I feel every day. So, just want to be happy. That's just the all be all there. And it's just the online dating scene is even trickier because a lot of fake profiles, are growing and growing every day. Every day. It's just like even trying to pay for it's like it's kind of stupid now because it's kind of also a waste of money. So I don't know. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. I don't have a Snapchat. Will I ever make those? Of course not. I don't see the meaning of them. I mean, they help for a lot of other things, but I'm not going to make them because I just don't want to. It's a waste of time, in my opinion. There's other sites that's out there that are just similar to those. So, do you have a Facebook, stuff like that? for fan purposes and for friends, but I can use it for other things as well. But I'm not a social media forehead. I don't got to be on Facebook 24/7. I am on Messenger 24/7 because I talk to a lot of people on there. But I mean, that's kind of different from being on the site and being on this messaging system. So, great personality, funny, down to earth, general. Just want some real. I always keep it 100. I say to myself, because troublemakers does not exist in my vocabulary. Yeah, I'm just kind of just living a smooth life. I'm not trying to skate through life. I ain't trying to have a target on my head. That's not how you want to live. But hopefully one day I'll actually meet somebody who's meaningful and I can have a general connection and talk to and go on dates with and have fun, because that stuff just doesn't exist, and finding it is tricky. And generally, I don't want to talk to somebody who's just, you know, trying to make friends and then see where it goes. Because there's two different calibers when it comes to that. She can be wanting just friends, see where it goes from years from now, months from now. I'm looking for a relationship. I want to be with somebody who's looking for a relationship, starting to that level and then kind of rising up, not just here and then maybe more. Maybe can consist of a lot of things, a lot of reactions and stuff like that. That may be part I'm not trying to adventure. I want to know what their intentions are from the get go, and we can work on that, because I don't like wasting my time, especially a person like me. I just don't. As I saying, hey, let's go get some smoke. Maybe I'll smoke with you, and then turn out they don't. Excuse the noise in the background. That's just me getting messages on my other tablet. But it's just insane. Like, I don't mind working on something as long as it goes somewhere. If it doesn't go anywhere, in my opinion, then I just cut you off. Because I'm the kind of person that's not interested in that life. I have my friends, and I prefer to have somebody who shares a lot of qualities when it comes to making friends. Because your type of friends and my type of friends can be two different type of friends. So I'm not really trying to waste my time. Now, when I'm actually have somebody, then of course I'm be willing to make all kind of new friends. But I want my significant other. That's my point being, period, amongst other things. But when it comes to trying to meet people, make friends, I'm not about that life unless you're already interested in a lot of hobbies that I have and such. Then we can become friends, because I might have more friends that are there on my hobbies. But other than that, no, I'm not interested in the friend life, the friend zone, unless I already have a significant other. Point blank, period. There's no around it. There's no if, what's, about it. I'm just keeping it real and up front. If we drink and party and do drugs, we're probably not going to be friends. Unless you have a hobby of mine that I like, and if I see you at an event or something like that, I'll be with you. But if you want to go to clubs and parties and stuff like that, I ain't going to exist. And even if I do decide to go, I'm really only trying to find a female, and I'm going. And hopefully she hasn't had too much to drink, so I can make sure she's honest about what she's saying. Even drunk people can be honest and stuff like that, but I want your full connection, honest attention. It's just not my scene. It's never been my scene, because I know it's a waste of time. And yeah, people party all the time. That's their lifestyle. But I'm a lot more mature and see things at a different angle than they do. So I just don't waste my time. I can do that elsewhere. So why would I do it here? It makes no sense. The only time I would go to cars like that is if a lot of my friends are going. Because at that point, my friends are here. So I'm going to enjoy it because my friends are here. I'm not going to enjoy it because it's a party. I'm enjoying it because my friends are here. That's like me going to a bar and I have no friends here and I'm going in naked. Anything can happen. Where something jump off, I have nobody I can rely on and stuff like that. But that's kind of like the fun of things if you're kind of like Evel Knievel or whatnot. But that's not what I'm looking for at all. I'm trying to be happy. So at the same time, it can happen, it cannot happen. It happened once. Third time's a charm. But I don't want to go that far. Just want to be happy. A lot of things happen, actually. Now, only have one if, only, what if in my life. to be honest, with what happened, and that was when I was in high school. So as long as one person that I truly miss that I can really wish I could be with her, and I don't know where her location is or whereabouts, but I mean, she's kind of the one that got away, but I don't know what happened to a degree because it's a lot complicated than that. But that's a whole other story for a whole other day. Just first vlog, and can't just be me feeling this way. A lot of people have to feel this way because the relationship world's is dying, it's extinct. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of commitment issues. People just want to have fun. I'm not one of those person. You know, I'm a real general person who wants to be happy. I'm not afraid to be locked down. I want to be held down. The way that God designed me is meant for me to be held down. I'm not designed that doesn't go out here and do stuff and want to have relationships with multiple strange women and stuff like that. I am built to be with one person, one female, and make them happy. And that's truly how I believe God designed me, because I'm just so mature. My thought process is crazy. I mean, values and priorities in the right order. I just generally want to be happy. I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs. I don't hit women. I don't have a record. I don't mind settling down. I want to settle down. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm not designed to just go out and do stupid stuff. I'm designed to be with one person and have a future and have a family. That's what I'm designed for. 100% what I'm designed for. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do none of that stuff. I don't waste money on something, in my opinion, that's not going to benefit me. That doesn't. Or alcohol, or drugs, or partying. None of those benefit me. None of those. What they do, they're wasting money, and they're in the moment good times and good moments. Overall, as a long-term plan, they put you in jail and they kill you. Except for the partying part. That can be fun. I'm on my phone, so sorry if it kind of focuses into that. I'm kind of moving and doing gestures and stuff. It's okay. But I don't know. I mean, hopefully one day I can finally be happy. I don't want to find somebody who wants a relationship and kind of see where it goes to being friends, but there needs to be a general interest there. And I can't really expect that up front, but it needs to go somewhere. Because if it doesn't, and I can just honestly see that, then there's just no point of me being here. I don't want to waste my time. Life is too precious. Life is also hella short. And you never know when the last day is going to come. So my only fear in life is not having a significant other. That's honestly 100%. I mean, everything else I can conquer, hopefully, but that part and how the world is, it's just really hard to say where my significant other will end up, or if I ever have another one. That's the thing. So that's kind of my only fear in life. I mean, death is inevitable. We're going to go through a circle of life. Being successful, I'm not really worried about that because I'm going to be successful in what I want to do. That's something I have no fear in. You know, you put your mind to it, you can do it. But as far as falling in love, you know, again, that's kind of like a mystery because it's really hard. It's one of the hardest. It's kind of like trying to be the CEO of your favorite company. You got to go from below and work you up to the ranks. And maybe, just maybe, you'll get there. But the percentage of that is really low. And you just kind of have to be gifted if you're trying to be the CEO of that company, understand what you're doing. But as far as finding love, it's kind of like the same way because maybe you're meant to be with that person. And I don't aim that high. Like, you know, I mean, because it's stupid trying to be with somebody who's gorgeous versus somebody who's cute and average. Because if that gorgeous person is not compatible with you, looks are deceiving. That's only half the battle. I'd rather be with somebody who's decent versus somebody who looks good because I guarantee you I'll have much better time with that person who's decent than if they're pretty. If they're just drop dead gorgeous. However, that person's has all my interests, then yeah, if you're meant to have a drop dead gorgeous woman, that's awesome, but it's not about that. It's only half the battle. Be with somebody who's generally want to be with you for like all your aspects and your beliefs and your values. That's the person that's going to stick beside you at the end of the day. Where are those women at? Well, honestly, I don't know. Hope they're not. I just hope they're not all dead. Just it's kind of crazy because that's kind of how I look at life sometimes. You know, the role and stuff like that. You know, why am I here? But it's just really hard to realize what's going on. Yeah, my eyes are like really low. It's kind of funny actually. I don't want to laugh, but just a normal person, just trying to find that treasure map, trying to find out where that dark tunnel is going to lead me. Because at the end of every dark tunnel, there's a light. Just you got to find out what that light is. It's my very first blog, and I'll probably make more because I want to always go back and hear my thought process when I think about things, because it's hard. It's really hard. I mean, just want to be happy. I'm not the kind of person who posts on Facebook all day. Nope, I'm not one of those persons. I'm not a person who just do that. I'm just, because social media is happening in relationships. I had a friend of mine who I still talk to every now and then. I'm not gonna say her name, but her relationship ended because of social media, and a lot of other people's as well. I'm not just one kind of person. So my lady, whoever I date in the near future, they don't have to worry about me being on social media all the time, because I'm not that kind of person. My intention's with her. I'm trying to build a foundation to be happy. So she don't got to worry about that. I mean, there's other things my future wife doesn't have to worry about. But hopefully I'll find her. So, because nobody wants to be by themselves for the rest of their life. I don't care what they say. Can't live with them, can't live without them. So, good talking to you guys, and we'll see you next time.